Hello and welcome to the 22nd episode of the Free Gen podcast. I'm, of course, your host Danny, and I'm joined by my lovely, jubbly co hosts, Chris
It wasn't me.
and Gary.
Aha! Greetings, all you citizens of the internet.
So, who would like to start with the game they played this week? Unless you got like a rant or something? I don't know.
Well,
There was
they're
this
probably
being. There was this being that decided it wanted to stop me from trying to play games this week.
Conic?
It was not Conic. I'm still scarred from Conic, but it's not Conic.
I see.
is it a moth?
It's actually Adam's cat.
Oh, we're
Ah.
meow meow.
Yes, it was a meow meow.
Look,
Okay,
meow
so
meows.
basically, when I was around Adam's, we were playing a little bit of Pokemon Go, a little bit of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and during those instances, imagine trying to fight on a fighting game while a cat is trying to occupy your left arm.
I haven't played a lot of fighting games recently, but it does have actually something to do with my dream future, so pretty relevant.
Ooh. Yeah, it's not as bad as one time I had.
Considering that I was basically there and Adam was sat across the room from me, I basically had to ask him, yo, Adam, take a picture of this. I'm gonna need it for when inevitably I get to the podcast. So I shall be sending those the moment we finish recording. I will need a reminder on that, but never mind that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, here's something that's happened to me in the past. One of my
Okay.
cats wanted food or a bit of attention, and I was in the middle of a Halo game. I can't
Hmm.
say what it was clearly.
Do you know if you were playing with either of us?
No, I don't think I was.
Sad noises.
But I remember sitting in the chair, I had one foot up on the edge, playing, and all of a sudden my cat bit my foot. Just because I wasn't giving it the attention it wanted.
So it chomped you.
Yep.
I've never had a
Hungry cat
pet.
eats its foot.
I've never had a pet eat me. Well, not eat me, bite me like that.
I think you put up a picture of them as well. It's the really fluffy cat.
Oh, it's Fluffers. I
Yep.
remember Fluffers.
Sorry, I just wanted to interject that.
That's fine. That's funny.
But Gary, do you
But
have
was
any?
there anything else?
Yeah, do you have any other games you've played this week, Gary, or was that all of them?
That was not all of them. So let's see. While I was at Adam's house, I decided I was going to ask him if I can play a game he's got that I haven't yet asked to play, but have very much wanted to play, because he has an Xbox One, and he only very recently acquired that himself, and that was just because someone decided, yo, I know Adam likes games. Let's give him an Xbox One, and
Yeah,
that was pretty much how he got it.
I remember when I had an Xbox One. Now my dad's got it, so
You.
Yeah, that game was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot,
Carrot.
and oh man, did the controls throw me for a loop.
In
And
what
some
way?
of the fighting sequences. Well, okay, I'd gotten a little too used to the controls in Xenoverse 2, and pretty much the controls in Kakarot by default are way different.
Are
So
they
try to
the
translate- you were gonna say,
arcade
Chris?
style?
I wouldn't say arcade style because it's more of an RPG. Like even more so of an RPG than Xenoverse 2 is. It's kind of like a arena fighter RPG hybrid.
Huh.
Whereas Kakarot's more full RPG, where you just beat people up
The best kind.
and help. Yeah, that's kind.
Hmm.
But for the majority of the time I was playing it, I ended up just spending my time doing silly things and getting into fights with random pirate robots.
Nice.
And it was just it was just fun flying around and exploring. I've barely scratched the surface of what you can do on that game, and I'm more or less just about to have the first encounter with Vegeta, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I will note it was rather fun running around the wilderness as young Gohan. That was nice. Okay,
Sounds pretty nice.
moving on from that, aside from a teeny tiny bit of Pokemon Black and White that I played with Adam, we ended up moving on. Like, okay, so that's still an in progress game, but we're also starting another one where we're just filling in the Pokedex on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
I see.
So you're going for a living dex or just Pokedex entries?
I think just Pokedex entries for now. It's not going to be the full Pokedex. At the very least, that's not the plan yet. But I just kind of felt like, hey, it would be kind of fun to do that again. It's been a while.
Hmm.
Especially since Game Freak Thanos the vast majority of the national Pokedex.
As all things should be.
It's not balanced, Danny. It's not balanced. I will never accept it.
As all things should be, damn it.
I still refuse to accept this.
But do go on.
I'm trying to remember what else I played. Nothing's coming to mind. Oh, right. I played some Sonic Mania.
Ah, yeah.
And I don't remember, but I think I ran into another glitch. It seems almost every time I play it, I run into a glitch.
Please don't send me clips. That was a pain in the
I'm not sending
butthole.
you clips.
Good.
I'm not sending you clips. I don't remember what it was.
Even though I've been very into Sonic this week, just saying, you know.
Danny, I'm not
With
sure
your
that
crazy artwork.
I'm not sure that Conic counts.
No, he's a completely legitimate, my own personal character. Definitely not inspired by any other franchise or IP.
Look,
Really? I thought it was a Xenomorph Sonic.
I don't know what that is.
Alien.
Oh, oh yeah. Well, look, when you said Xenomorph Sonic, I was like, I thought that was
An
a
actual
Sonic
thing.
thing. Yeah, I mean, a
No.
Xenomorph Sonic would look much different than Conic. I know how a Xenomorph Sonic would look like. If you want me to do an art of that, yeah, sure, I can do that.
Danny, how long did it take you just to do the birth of Conic?
15 hours of work across
Was that
like
non-stop?
well, yeah, that's non-stop work. But I mean, it's if I had gone non-stop, it would have been 15 hours straight. But I did like 6 or 7 hours. No, I did like 5 hours, 6 hours, and then what would the rest be on the last day? Like 2 hours. Wait, 6 plus 7, that's 13. Yeah, 2 hours in the last day. So
Okay.
something like that.
Well, okay, so aside from Sonic Mania, I can't really... Oh, wait, no. I played some more Dragon Ball Legends. I went on to... And also Fire Emblem Heroes. I went on to those games on the phone, and on Fire Emblem Heroes, I was told that I was missed, and they were concerned that I was kidnapped or something. And that's kind of sweet. But when I went on to Dragon Ball Legends, Goku's just like, "Yo, how have you been? It's been a while," and that's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Okay,
Because
now
I can't really remember the week. I'm still too scarred by Conic.
now it's Chris's turn. Then I'm up to say that.
Well, I can't say 100% if I've actually played Mania or Xenoverse 2 this week. I feel like I might have had the opportunity to.
I think you had the opportunity for Mania specifically, but I'm fairly sure that you didn't take it.
Yeah. Well, it's been my latest game of Xenoblade. I have played a bit of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and there's something else. Bit of Room Factory 4 because I wanted to remind myself of one of the mechanics in that.
Which one?
Okay, that's gonna be leading into the topic a bit more.
Okay, so we'll hold off on that until we get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's my turn to talk about all the games I've played this week. I haven't played any games this week. Literally, not a single game has been played by me this week.
You be busy drawing
I've been
work.
busy drawing and editing and practicing with sculpting and stuff. So I've been arty this week, and I'm actually kind of sad. Not because I don't have anything to speak about here, but because on MCC, which is a game that I have not played this week, all the challenges, there are seasonal challenges where you can unlock things, and I didn't unlock all of them because you'd need like people to play with to unlock some of them. So I couldn't unlock all of them. Now, after Season 6 came out, they made something called the Exchange, where each week you can buy these items that you missed the first time, which is pretty nice. But this week I didn't buy them, so I will never have Buck without a helmet in ODST. So that's one thing I'll never own on MCC because I just didn't have time. Just
Ooh.
yeah. So I haven't played anything. I've done art. I haven't even had time to do any Dungeons and Dragons on my campaign stuff, which is something I also like to do. But I can lead this into something else. I wanted to talk about my dream.
Wait, what?
You know, my dream.
Uh,
You
as long as it's not
you guys know.
mature.
Oh God, no! It's not like I have not been having wet dreams or whatever you call them. But I have
Danny, stop sleeping with the hose on.
look. I have been having a weird phenomena in my dreams recently that I wanted to mention to you, and I don't know. Look, okay, I've been having the I'm slow part of my dream. Now, none of you probably and you don't know what that means, so I'll give us some examples. And I had the same thing in a dream last night. So the I'm slow is basically where I'm doing something quite mundane, and then suddenly I have to do something on my phone, and then I do something that should be very quick, like check my account or look up something on my phone, and I spend hours and hours and hours in trying to do this one little mundane thing until everybody around me is just so sick and tired, like, ugh. I'll give two examples. The first time I had it and my dream last night. The first time I had it, I was in a train station, going down the escalator, and to my right I saw a donut shop. And I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind buying some donuts. And I was there with some friends, and they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna quickly go." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll be like 2 minutes. I'll just quickly buy some donuts, and then we'll meet you either." I can't remember if I was going home or going to the next train, but I wanted to buy like some donuts. But I was like, okay, I'll buy 6 donuts. Like, oh, I don't have enough in cash. Okay, let me just check my account. Oh, I don't have enough on my account. Okay, well, what if I put the cash and the account together? Okay, I still don't have enough. What if I buy a slightly less amount of dough? And basically, a circle of those repeating things again and again for hours and hours, until eventually I was sitting at the bottom of the escalators, which had turned into stairs in my dream. I was sitting at the bottom of it, and I was just checking all these things again and again. And it's been hours, and I was even thinking to myself, well, all my friends have already gone home. They've realized I've been gone for hours, and they haven't called or anything. They're just gone. And the guy in the donut shop, who was very accommodating at first, was very nice and bubbly. He was just so sick and tired. He's just standing like, yeah, whatever. And that concept has followed me in the latest couple of dreams. Now, the dream I had yesterday was kind of weird, and it's kind of relevant because it's also gaming related. Now,
Okay.
you know Mr. Beast, right? You know of him at
Uh,
least.
yeah.
I've never really watched his content, but I do know what the formula is. Somebody he gives somebody something expensive or gives them money, or people can do something to win something, right?
Right.
Okay.
Now, I had a dream yesterday where Mr. Beast and some of his friends, which I don't think were some of his friends, he's got like a group of friends, but I don't know how they look or who they are. But in my dream, there was a bunch of people who were those people, but I doubt they look like how the actual people look. And they were in my room, which was completely renovated in the sense that it was like the old layout where my computer was my things were moved around again, but and there was a settee. Now, they were doing this thing where somebody who was in a game could win something. Like there was a guy in a lobby, and he was also there, and he could win something. It was like a Call of Duty game, and they were doing this, and it was very mundane, blah blah blah. And eventually they were like, okay, we're gonna take a break. So they all took a break, and it was just me and this other guy left in the room, who I guess I knew, but I don't actually know. And we talk about how because they're rich, they had brought a bunch of snacks and stuff, and they're like, oh, there's an entire pile of pop rocks underneath my desk now. They just left a pile there, and I saw there was a huge one. I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind that. And he was like, you shouldn't take from them. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't gonna take it. I was gonna ask, and very mundane shit. And then, and they had left the game on, and the person was AFK, and we were talking about this, and then I heard like a voice. I was like, "Where's that voice coming from?" And it was coming from the game. There was a headset on the ground, and I picked up the headset and I tried to listen, and there was some streamers that I watch. Are you following me so far? It's very convoluted.
Vaguely.
Okay, so basically there are people in the game, and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind just saying hi. I don't know how they got in the game, but I just wanted to say hi. So I put on the mic and I was gonna say hi, but I couldn't figure out how to turn on the voice. Use my VoIP. I didn't know how. I was like, okay, I'll just look it up. And then it happened again, where I was on my phone for hours and hours trying to figure out how to turn on VoIP, and the people who were in the game that I just wanted to say hi to eventually left, and Mr. Beast and all his friends came back, and they were like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you on your phone for so long?" And just derailed everything. So that's basically my dream, where I've also had another one, but it's not important. The important part is I'm doing something mundane-ish, even though the Mr. Beast thing was kind of weird. It's usually much more mundane than that. And then I'm on my phone, and I just get stuck there, where I'm just slowed until everybody's tired of me and leave. Done.
Right. So the main thing we can take away from that is Danny dreams of guys.
Okay, fine. I'll tell.
Actually, I was gonna have the interpretation that maybe it means that you feel you're being too slow with things.
I think I probably am. But now when we talk about me being slow, let me be slow again. Okay, Chris, you said it's me dreaming about guys. Fine. I'll tell you about another dream I had where I was going down like another escalator.
Oh no!
I was going down an escalator, and no, I was going up an escalator.
Does this involve body oil?
No. Look, let me say the thing so we can get on to the actual important stuff. I was going up an escalator, and I was just being very normal. I was just looking up and like, yeah, I'm going up an escalator. And then there's this girl going down the escalator. And I was like, and she was...
Same escalator?
What?
The same escalator?
No, well, there's... You know how in malls, there's like one going up and one going down right next to each other?
I'm taking the piss.
Oh, well, I'm joking. I'm trying to do this quick because now I do feel like I'm slow. Okay, so I'm going up and she's going down, and I noticed that I think she might be staring at me. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I look behind her, and then she's definitely staring at me. And it's like, I don't know why, but then I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll go down there. So I quickly went up and went down, and I was like, hey, you're staring at me. And she's like, yeah. And we start talking and getting what's it called? Getting on? I don't know. And then I feel then I guess I'm flirting or something. I don't really know. And then she eventually says, "Oh, let me exchange numbers." I was like, "Yeah, sure." Oh, I can't really remember my number in my head. Let me just get out my phone.
Oh no!
Dun, dun, dun.
And the dream ended with us just sitting down on the ground, and I'm being like, "Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. I just can't find my number." I just can't find. What if I get yours? And she's like, oh, okay. So she gets her phone out and she finds it, and then I'm like, let me just write it. Okay, let me just try to write this. Oh dear. And then eventually she just like leaves without saying anything. She just gets up and leaves. So yeah, I've had this dream, this concept in many dreams recently, but I'm not gonna say any more.
I'm sorry, but even in the dreams you're dumped.
Yeah, well, I'm never dumped in real life because I don't have the confidence to actually talk to women. But still, But that was what I was gonna insert instead of games I've played this week because I hadn't played any. Now let's get on with actually relevant shit. Dream futures. Who would like to start?
I think I've kind of a bit brain dead from all that.
What I would like to say is, according to a site called dreammoods.com, dreams involving slow motion mean that you are presently going through a hard time and experiencing some great stress in your waking life.
Oh God, I added too much. Oh fuck, maybe that is it. Christ. Okay. But it's not like slow motion as it is me being slow at something, specifically on my phone.
Yeah, but it might just be what that specific version is. Maybe it's just saying you're overthinking it.
I see.
I don't know. That's just a guess.
Yeah, let's leave that to my future psychologist, which I'm never gonna get because that costs money. Dream futures. Who would like to start? Gary, would you like to start? Chris, would you like? Well, Chris, you're going brain dead from my excessive talking about being slow, which I did in a very slow and convoluted way. Oh God.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what we talked about with Lewis the other day.
I can also not remember that, but unless it was 5 minutes ago, I usually forget it.
Was it anything to do with FTL?
I don't think so.
Ooh.
I mean, if nobody got dream futures, I can do, but I already just went through talking a whole shit ton, so that's why I wanted to let one of
Yeah,
you
I,
two.
I can understand that. Chris, I think what me and Lewis were talking about was something to do with how godly Danny's editing was for episode 20.
Maybe? I don't know personally.
Yeah, I know, because you weren't there.
How, what? My editing, what?
How godly your editing was for episode 20.
Oh, that's nice.
Because Lewis is genuinely super pleased with how things turned out, despite how we felt it was a dumpster fire in recording.
I did cut some things out, and yeah, especially my fart. I'm not gonna fart. Okay, I'm gonna make a promise to everybody. I'm never going to fart into my mic ever again, as long as I live.
Was that actually kept in?
No, you
No.
removed it.
I removed the fart,
Yeah.
but the talking about it was kept in.
You still have the fart sound clip.
I don't actually, but I do have the original recording, so I could go in and take it out. So yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I've lost it. I've lost it.
Right. Only thing I can think of is still trying to do that GTA roleplay,
Yeah.
but I'm
That is
not
a thing.
sure.
We haven't gotten to that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a busy boy. I'm doing a lot of things.
You're a very busy boy.
Now, if one of you got a PC of some kind and could help me a bit with the editing, it will be,
Yeah.
And
I
I wish I
need to
could.
talk about that at some point
Yeah, we can. That's technical
with
stuff.
my family.
Oh, I thought you were. But we can talk about the technical stuff after the podcast.
Yeah.
Even though I would like to say, if we do get if that is a possibility, I will still be willing to edit the entire podcast myself. That's something that I've gotten into being able to do. If I only had to edit that every week, it'd be nothing. But it's that combined with other things, and now also my video. But that's not what we're talking about. It's Dream Futures. We're on a time limit.
Gary, any dream futures?
Yeah.
I've already mentioned how I'd like to have the group being able to join together again on Saturdays.
Mm.
So
I think that's actually something that might happen soon.
yeah, I'm thinking it might. So
Like physically?
guess... Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's nice.
Lockdown's easing in some
Yeah.
areas.
With the new variant and everything. Sure, that's gonna go great.
Yeah, as long as it.
Look,
No,
as far as
let's
I'm
not
aware,
go there.
I was just gonna say, as far as I'm aware, neither myself, nor Chris, nor Lewis, nor Adam interact very much with people who are likely to have the Indian variant.
Yeah, but I agree with Chris. Let's not go there. This is a gaming podcast, not a COVID podcast. But do continue, Gary.
Right. So I suppose my dream future would be, just to reiterate, if anyone's already said this, but I'd really like for the three of us to be able to get together and do absolute nonsense and just silly shit all together. It'd be fun.
I would like the
Yeah.
three of us to be able to do a couch co-op.
Absolutely.
I've seen something on YouTube recently, and it's challenges. And I think
sort?
one challenge was get out of being duct taped to a chair.
Oh God.
I'm not saying do that, but something similar might be entertaining.
I mean,
Okay.
I'd actually kind of like that.
So you want to jump into doing IRL stuff too?
Maybe.
I think Chris generally thinks the idea of gaming challenges for the three of us to do, maybe set by each other, and while we're all in the same place, able to actively just record that session and whatnot.
Once in a lifetime shit show with a 3DN.
Ah, good times.
That sounds very interesting. But
You know what would be kind of fun?
Go on.
What would be kind of fun would actually be, like, considering Halo Wars Online would be incredibly hard to do, we could try and do system link based gameplay if we all got together. That'd be fun.
Ooh,
Halo Wars Online wouldn't be hard to do. We can do that on the PC.
Yes, there's
limitations
a
with
problem with
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's also limitations with doing it on the console. Like we all need to have consoles, and they need to be linked up physically.
Heck, the only problems with me and Chris not being able to do it come in the form of we don't have capture software, and
Disc
we have shit,
trays.
we have shit in the way of being able to actually capture that.
Yeah,
Like I have OBS, but I don't have a capture card that would actually provide good quality footage, and even then, I don't think the laptop would handle it very well anyway.
and then you'd still need a PC to edit it.
Or I can send you the footage.
How would you
Well,
send me the
Danny,
footage?
Excellent
do
question.
you have a dream future? Or
Yeah,
just dreams
I
you
have.
talk about?
I also have a dream future, which is something that inspired me from the release of what's it called? Guilty Gear, I think it's called, that recently
That sounds
released.
familiar.
Well, basically, I want to do a fighting game competition between us and other people, maybe people in the community, probably Lewis. And
Well,
that's
I know for one thing, I am shit at fighting games.
well, I've played a couple, but the only one I've played like a lot was Mortal Kombat 3. So I was thinking a Mortal Kombat game, but it doesn't have to be a Mortal Kombat game. It could be.
Yeah, here's the thing. If it's arcade controls, I've lost instantly.
I was thinking.
I am I am basically one of the worst ones with arcade controls.
I
Same.
I was thinking probably. Well, yeah. Again, it's a dream future, so I was thinking when we all have PCs, so it'd probably be a
Yeah,
controller or maybe mouse and keyboard if somebody's better with that. But I honestly, a fighting game would more be a controller game for me.
Okay, just to throw this as an idea, if we do a fighting game tournament, we could do it with Smash Bros.
Yeah, but then
uh,
then we all need switches and to pay for
Oh, no,
online.
no, 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 no. If this could tie into us like actually being in the same area as each other, I think.
That's true.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I haven't
Right.
specified a game because it was just the actual concept of a fighting game competition. But let us now continue onwards to the topic. And I don't remember how Chris worded it. I know what the topic is, but Chris, I'm gonna give it to you. Oh fuck, wait. The
Yeah.
the thing we just did was Dream Future. There we go. There we go. Topic time.
Right. Main topic. It's companions or pets in video games. This is essentially NPC characters that follow you and assist within the story, even if it's just you need to go this way, or they might even be able to help you within combat.
Like the dog from Fable 3.
Yes. So you've
I mean,
got
you provide an
example of
example, Chris.
pet.
So who would like to start? We're talking about their favorite or what they think is good or bad about the concept.
Chris, did you
Well,
not say that you had something referencing Rune Factory 4, was it?
yep. Room Factory 4 mechanic. It basically has pets and companions, but the difference between the two is one is basically people that live within the city, while the pets are monsters that you can actually tame.
Hmm.
So it's weird because there's not much difference between them,
Hmm.
but monster that is tamed acquires experience, I think a percentage to what you do, while the companions have to be in battle with you. So there's more incentive to have a companion with you rather than one of the pets,
I see.
although the pets can be rather a bit stronger, since some you can actually tame boss monsters if you defeated them once before.
Oh.
Ah, the good old enslavement of animals to fight by your side and do your bidding.
Ah, yes. The
Doing that since
age-old
the 90s.
human factor.
Yeah.
Been doing that since the late 90s.
I was
Good
gonna I was
times.
gonna say since the birth of humanity, but sure, yeah. 90s.
But because Room
I
Factory
said I have been
is
doing it since the late 90s.
but because Room Factory is a bit more of a farming simulator as well, the pets can actually tend to the crop, so you don't have to.
Oh.
They'll go around, water them, and harvest them at the end of the day if they're ready. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
The companions, if you get enough friendship with them, they have their own mini story. It might involve the backstory of current issue or something, but it just expands on that character a bit more.
I see.
What is nice, but I will mention one companion that has been done, I wouldn't say bad, but it's become a meme.
Hey, listen!
Yeah, that's the one.
Ah, yes. Lady from Link. I did do
You
all that
actually
correct.
confused me then.
I did all that incorrectly on purpose. Yes, The Legend of Link. We all know that game.
I wanted to say Zelda.
Zelda 2?
I wanted to say that Zelda, but no, I
Zelda
would
2,
have
The
been
Legend of
wrong
Link, it's an actual game.
with saying it.
I will say I can't remember what the
Uh.
little fairy thing is called though.
The one in Ocarina of Time is called Navi.
Navi,
as
that's
in
the one.
Navi.
That's the one I was thinking of.
One
Yeah,
more
the
constantly
fairy
goes, "Hey, listen."
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the fairy names tend to relate to their actual purpose. Like Navi is a navigator. You've got Proxy in Hyrule Warriors, who just acts as Link's voice.
Ah, I didn't know there were different ones. That just
Yeah.
shows how many Link games I've how many Zelda games I've played. Now I wasn't even doing that on purpose. Now I fucked up on yeah.
That
Please
series
continue.
has a load of fairies, but the ones that are with Link have unique names. I think the village where Link is from, everyone has a fairy but him. I could be completely wrong on that.
I think that also partially depends on which game it is.
Yeah.
Then again, my experience with playing Zelda games has been, I think, Four Swords on like a port of it on the DS, or rather specifically the DSi. Very long time ago that was. And Wind Waker HD, which was also a very long time ago, and the only memory I have of that is Zelda fucking shot me before she even said she was going to.
But I will say, we have 19 more minutes, but I can smell food in the background. So
So do you want to say your piece quickly?
I was gonna yeah, okay, well I can quickly say my piece. Well, I haven't I when I heard this topic I didn't really think much of different different companions or pets. I hadn't really thought about that. But I've had a couple through different games, like in Resident Evil 4 there's Ashley, and in Fallout and Skyrim there are different companions and pets, but they're always like a double-edged sword. They can be kind of useful, but they're also like pretty shit. Let's be honest. Companions in Skyrim, they're like walking, talking extra inventory, in my opinion. But
And maybe a bit of a meat shield.
yeah, maybe a bit of a meat shield.
They're
But
walking, talking meat shield bags.
yes, but in God of War 4, Atreus, boy, is the first companion that is actually useful. And there's a part where you don't have him, and it feels like it doesn't feel as good as if you did have him. And I think it's incredible how they did that, because basically he can't get in your way. He's never like he doesn't attract enemies' attention. When you press square, he just shoots his bow. And in the later game, he basically when I see an enemy in the later game, I just press square a bunch of times and it dies instantly because the trace has become so powerful. It's basically a way to say, yeah, these enemies are too weak. I'm not even gonna fight them normally. I'm just gonna press a button and they die. Which some might say is lazy, but when you played the game as many times as I have like 10, 15 times, then eventually you're like, yeah, I'm fine with just pressing a button and killing weak enemies. So I would say that out of all the games, oh yeah, then there's also The Last of Us with Ellie, who's also like okay, but basically she was the next step above like Skyrim and Ashley, where she's not really useful, but she's not a detriment. While Atreus is not is useful and also not a detriment. So it's like it's pretty good. I'd say that Atreus is my favorite companion or NPC. Yeah, NPC companion, not a pet. He's a son. He's boy, but that's really all I had to say. They're usually like kind of shit, but these specific games they're pretty good. Gary,
Alright.
now it's Gary's turn.
You know, to be perfectly honest, I kind of forgot what I was going to say partway through that.
Nice. Talk about your dreams. Or your dream.
Okay, fine. Look, you said Conic was going to make me dream, and I
Yes.
dreamed, but I don't remember what that dream fucking was. It was such a surreal thing. All I know is I woke up and I was like, okay, I just had a dream and I don't even know what it is.
Were you going to mention the Player 2 aspect of Tales?
Uh, okay, yeah, I suppose I can. The basic core aspect of that is such a simple addition in the. I think he tries to stay a fixed distance apart from you, while also mimicking the controller inputs you put like half a second later.
That's kind of weird, but go on.
No, they do that deliberately, so he can help out. Let's say, in Sonic 2, his debut game, there are enemies that kind of move up and down trees, and if you jump past them, because let's say you just got underneath them, and then they move down while Tails is just behind you, he'll clip them and take them out for you.
Huh.
It's such a basic mechanic, as evident by the fact that it was present in 1992. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
No,
Yeah.
it sounds pretty
It's
good.
like the
With that said, in certain areas of that game, Tails has this habit of getting in the way. So if people are after a perfect run, they tend to switch him off because
okay.
he ends up doing more harm than good.
See, that's the thing. That's what I was talking about, how companions used to be very shit, but in more modern times, they become like, they started to be not a detriment, and now they're actually useful.
I think, to be perfectly honest, the detriment of Tails in special stages in Sonic 2 was why they changed it so that his role in the special stages in Sonic 3 and Knuckles was practically non-existent. The only thing he could do was jump.
talking about companions. There's one I just realised we haven't even mentioned.
Ooh, go on. We still have a bit of time.
Palicos.
Oh shit, you're right. Those cute little cat fucks. I love those.
Yeah, and in Monster Hunter Generations, you can actually play as one while having to follow you still. I've actually named 3 of them on Generations after each one of us.
Yay!
Aw, yay, I'm a little cat fuck. Look at me, I'm a cat boy. Now is when we introduce that we're going to become VTubers, where we're all cat boys. Right?
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna make my avatar like Big the Cat.
Oh yeah.
And then we're all gonna speaky weaky like this, that we. I can't actually do the furry. How is the furry like? Ooh woo, daddy, dwaddy. Oh, I can't do it.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
doing
what
it.
you're trying to do.
You know the furry voice. They're like, ooh woo, daddy.
No, that's not fairy.
Oh shit! What is that?
I want to say that's just.
Oh shit! That's anime. So shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Is it? I think it is. Christ! Now people
Yeah,
know how old I am.
anime.
Singular anime character
Now,
ever.
oh
saying
god!
"Ooh-woo."
Now people know I'm old. Fuck.
Danny,
That's like the
how
Ayaya.
old are you?
Yes. Oh fuck, how old am I? I think I'm 25 now.
Daddy,
Yeah?
I'm older than you and I'm more with the times.
Fuck off.
Don't mind me, I'm just a feckin' hermit.
Well, me too. That's why I'm not like old, but I haven't kept up with times. Fuck, I get my memes from looking at meme compilations on YouTube. And then I'm like, hey, those are some pretty funny memes. And then I see it's been uploaded 5 months ago, so it's just a bunch of dead memes. And like, oh.
I think the furry voices are puns or just adding random noises in.
Yeah, I can't really remember what the furry voice is. But that doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about. Calicos. Yeah.
Calicos.
Calicos.
And yeah, I will say, in Monster Hunter Rise, there is the Palamute, Big Doggo.
Ooh, I love doggos.
Big doggo that you can ride into battle like it's a fucking lion.
Yeah, I've seen some of the videos. I've seen people play that. I'm like, oh man, that'd be cool. But I have to finish World, which is something I'm not gonna finish it this week, but I'm gonna be playing it a lot this week because I want to play games. I've got an itch, okay? I've got an itch to play games because I've been.
Stop it! You're making me itch.
Why don't you post in the game lobby, see if you can get anyone to join you?
You know what? I will do that. I will do that.
By the way, guys, I just remembered something. I'd like to throw this in before we actually move on.
We have 9 minutes, so keep that in mind.
Right. That's fine because that gives us time to close out with words of wisdom after this. Basically, I was having a chat with someone, one of our very loyal followers, who I am proud to call my friend.
Was it Lewis?
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Was it Lewis?
It wasn't Lewis.
Peter?
Stop asking.
Okay.
Basically, they asked if we would cover E3 content. Now, Danny, I remember bringing this up to you, but Chris, this is news to you, isn't it?
Hmm.
But what I was thinking was if we covered it in the respect of kind of a more hour speed sort of thing. So maybe wait until it's done and then sort of just look at the overall finished thing so we don't have to like wait around for hours upon hours.
I think we should make that into a topic. So right after E3, we'll record a podcast where the topic is E3, and then we'll skim through it and talk about the things that are important to us.
Right, then what I recommend we do is, because there are independent panels based on like each game developer's head company, you know, like Microsoft for Xbox and PC and whatnot.
Yeah.
I reckon that basically we should each specialize in a particular company.
Dips on Halo.
Halo isn't a company, Danny.
Dips on Halo.
I
Okay,
think
fine.
he's saying this
Yeah,
to
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Dips on Microsoft 343. Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Oh, then, Chris, how would you feel about doing Sony?
You know, we'll talk about this after the
Wait,
podcast.
words of wisdom.
Yeah, we should get on to words of wisdom now, because now we're so. Does anybody have any words of wisdom?
Fuck no.
I do, but like usual, my words of wisdom are kind of weird and obscure and So if any of you have any good words of wisdom, Chris, you're usually pretty on point. So
Just came
Let
up with
me
one.
think.
okay,
I just came up with
okay,
one.
Gary, you
Danny.
you go ahead. Go ahead.
Gary?
Did he bug out the literal okay, fine. In that case, fuck.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pause it here for a bit. Okay, I'm at that, so I'll keep that in mind.
Are you back?
I went silent, didn't I?
Yes, you went completely
Yeah.
silent. It's like, okay, Danny, and then you went silent. So
Oh, wow, perfect. Okay. Don't let your dreams be dreams. You've dreamed you can be slow, now fucking do it!
I am slow. That's why I'm dreaming about it.
Mission accomplished, Danny. Good job.
Okay, fine. I'll do my dream future then.
Dream future.
No, fuck. Words of wisdom. Damn it. Okay, mine was also about my slow dreams, so I gotta think of something else. Okay, if you think of something, even though it might be horrific, an abomination to God itself, create it anyways, because who gives a shit? Who knows? You might birth a conic or a yoke man. Just do it.
Look. I know who would give a shit, and that's the people it eats.
Okay. This might be my weakest words of wisdom. Don't confuse pets with companions, because I'll never forgive you for the kibble.
Boy, here, have a treat. What, Dad? What is it, Father?
There's also another reason not to confuse pets and companions. In some games, you can fuck companions.
Oh, God. I was gonna make a joke about Kratos being like, boy, you sick. I have to put you down. It's for your own good. The medical bills.
Come on, boy, outside.
Or
Take
boy,
old yellow around the back.
boy,
A shotgun.
you must be neutered, boy. Oh God, let's stop it here.
Yeah. Good thing we can take this one to the end of the video.
And my dinner's also done. So thanks for listening, everybody. The link. What's the fuck? Like, subscribe, bell button, Discord, Twitter. Done. Goodbye, everybody.
And if you can forgive us,
Goodbye.
better person than I took you.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Well.